Hiya. Nothing on the bike this time. I just thought I'd better get up to date because I've not done anything hardly since Christmas. That's because I made a deal with my missus, but you'll hear about that in a bit. I've already recorded something I was doing earlier today. I'll put that in and then we'll come back to this and mix it up. So as you can see, this place is an absolute bomb site because I've been doing a bit of carpentry, so I'll show you what I've been using. Yeah, sawhorse, load of wood chips and stuff, load of timber, just muck everywhere. I went to a charity shop and I bought that. I love that one, which I modified as an engine stand. This one, £7, can't argue with that. Strong enough to take body weight. That's going to be a carrier for the welder and all its associated gubbins. So I'm going to undersling the welder in the bottom of that and have a flat top. You just have to space this up or weld it, whatever. What else have I got in here? Nothing special. Oh, new toy. Yeah, that's for chopping up logs for the fire. We have a wood and coal fire thing in the front room, and I'm sick of spending a fortune on logs when I keep walking past stuff, so hopefully that will help out with that. But the main job, so probably cut away at this point to what I was looking at and then we'll come back. Hiya, back again. Carpentry tips. We're still working on the downstairs loo. The ceiling's all pretty much in. Got lights, got the switch, and none of it is mounted on the actual stairs. It's all suspended, so I'm quite pleased with that. I've got a few bits to do, this face, down the side of the door, but then when I cut the backboard, that will give me the next bit I need. So a couple of tips. Get yourself a piece of cardboard that's straight, screw it to the wall and then measure off by parallels where the points are and mark them on your cardboard. Get yourself a vertical with a spirit level, same thing up to where you want it to be. Same thing with the cutout down there. You can just see my markings, where the height of the skirting is, where the inset is. So it's 53 from the edge of the cardboard to the wall, 37 to the skirting board. Once you've done all that, you take that and transfer all those measurements. So that was the edge of the cardboard. That's the offsets that I worked out for the shape of it. A little bit for it to tuck in there because I've got a gap. Same thing down at the bottom, and then the next bit, which is pretty clever, right, I've got a plug socket and I need a cutout in the plug socket. So how do I get around that problem? Easy. If I put that about there, might get it. Fold the plug out the way, have to be careful because it's live. Put the two screws in so they stick out further than the plug. Stick your template where it was, and give it a shove. And that marks on the back side 2 dints, which is those 2 dints, gives you a point to measure off. Then you just slice this piece off, put a hole in it and mark it in your plasterboard. Easy peasy. So I just want to show you where I'm at. Not drop dead yet. I'm always saying that because I leave it so long between videos. Anyway, that'll do for now. I'll give you another update. Nothing done on the bike. I've promised I'd get this finished before I can work on the bike again. Yeah, great. So I've got to get this out of the way. Cheers now. Hello doggies. That's Mabel, that's Woody. Yes, what am I doing? Yes, put your teeth away. Go on, put your teeth away. You silly bug. Anyway, all the crap from the job I've finished. Well, I've finished for now. So, all the plasterboard's in. all the way down the walls and everywhere, ready for the door frame to go in. Bit of a cock up there, but no problem. There's millions of holes, and the reason there's millions of holes is because most stuff's been on and off and then back on again. That, I put it on, took it off, put it back on, and then I realised I'd forgotten the insulation, so I had to take it off again. But hey, it doesn't really matter. That's one thing I'm going to get done. I'm going to get a plasterer in. I have a guy who's got... Oh, it's alright, it's still recording though. Thing just went off. I've got a guy that's pretty good, and I'm useless at plastering. I can do something as long as it's like a fireplace where you can put a straight edge down it to get it close and then just make it shine, but something like this, not a chance in hell. So I'll get him in to do this, and then the plan is that is exactly where the loo's going to go. You can see the pencil line, oh, spilt beer, and then this line going around is where there's going to be a cabinet at the back, because this loo needs a macerator which is down there, so I'm going to put an extension to get the macerator on, and then I'm going to soundproof the bottom half of this, and I have a couple of access doors there and there that don't really show, but the top half, this will be a lifting box, so you can get in, take the shelf out, get down to the macerator, get into it through a door there, through a door there, if it ever needs any work. That's the power for it. I put that in ages ago when I was doing a utility room on the other side of this wall. But yeah, it's looking good. These lights swivel, so the idea is that you can put, I don't know, a bowl of flowers or nuts or something in there, and as long as you're less than 6 foot you won't hit your head on that. So here's the loo. I'm 5'8", so that's fine by me. I'll just make sure that the plasterer knows to reinforce that for tall blokes who crack their heads on it. And then that's the sink. Obviously it's going to be up here, but I'm quite pleased with that. I've just finished tidying up. What I'm going to do is, I don't know what that means, that was already there. I'm going to make this a square hatch and run the pipework under the floor and just come up the back for this thing. Yeah, I'm quite happy with that. I just can't believe how many holes it looks like there are. But you put it on, you take it off, you try it, you find that most of the timber that I used was second hand, and I didn't plane it or do any of that. I just shoved it in, so it wasn't exactly straight. But the plaster sorts all that lot out. The main thing I'll have to do before they arrives is just drop the lights through and drop this light through, and the pull switch, I'll put it on one of them things. And then the plan is, to this side, I'm going to cheat. I'm going to stick, once that's mounted and plumbed in, I'm going to stick mirror tiles, but I'm going to put tile spaces in between them, so that those I'll show you actually. No, I've got some. There you go. So these have sticky tabs that hold them on. There's just 4 that go in the corners, and they're nice and big. So what I'm going to do, rather than spend a load of money, because they're dirt cheap from IKEA, I'm going to mirror tile up and around it, this whole area, but with tile spacers in between them. Pull the tile spacers out and put black silicone in the joins, and that'll make it all splash proof. Do it sort of all of that area, and then make sure it's high enough so you've got a mirror. That'll be the easiest option. I mean, it's only a downstairs loo, so it doesn't have to be super duper, but yeah, quite pleased with that. Cracked it in loads of places, and there's no support there other than this is supporting the ceiling, because otherwise it would have hit the stairwell, and that was the main thing, to not touch it. So this is all free floating. Obviously it's on the wall here and on a main joist coming up from the floor down there, but yeah, not bad. So I'm allowed to play with the bike again or tidy up my workshop now, because I've got to wait for the plasterer, who I've not even booked yet. So hopefully you'll hear from me soon and there'll be more bike stuff. So I was quite pleased that I'd got the job done today, and I decided to come down the pub. So this is my local. This is a guy that does fantastic bit work. It's just the usual thing, dogs as normal. So here's my best mate in the pub. He's obviously pissed. Excuse the language. I thought I'd just get a clip of him. He makes me laugh every time. Oh well, that's it.